You know, we do themed shows on the Takeaway, but not very often. At the same time, sometimes there are some stories that are separate stories, but they just naturally connect one to the other. And today that happened. We started an hour with a conversation with David Sanger of the New York Times. And he was focused on politics, of course. He's a Washington correspondent. He's talking about what's happening with the debt ceiling negotiations. And you have politicians holding up those negotiations, even though they know the consequences could be catastrophic if we default on our debts. They're holding them up on principle because they don't want to offend certain parts of their party. And at the same time, we ended the hour with a conversation about the long-term unemployed. And we had Alexandra Jarin on, who's in her 50s. She's college educated. She lost her job in March of 2008. She's applied even for minimum wage jobs and can't get them. And within a matter of days, she's really going to be homeless. She already lost her home. She's been living in a Motel 6. She will be on the street. And you have to ask yourself, we have to ask ourselves about the priorities of our politicians. Is Alexandra Jarin's elected representative helping her? Is he representing her on Capitol Hill? Or is he representing the Democratic Party? That's one of the questions that we're asking our listeners today, because it's something that we wonder about. Not just in the Senate, not just in Congress, but in the White House as well. Or, to go back to something that President Obama himself said, have our lawmakers stopped making laws, and are they simply campaigning constantly, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year? Has the business of politics simply become the business of getting elected, even right after an election? You have to wonder.